Salutations and good evening to all. It's Baking with Graveyard, and I'm your host, Graveyard 420. Woo. This is my second cooking stream ever. Welcome to my kitchen that I built. Morjenga, it's so good to see you, huge ass. You as well, the best name, really. Nobody's gonna be able to top that. Oompa, hello again. Oompa was here first. I did not expect it to snow today. So in addition to everything else, I had shoveling and maintenance and stuff to do. So we got that done. The day is over, the sun is set. I haven't eaten anything, so we're gonna do everything all at once. We're gonna make all of Graveyard's stuff. And then I'm gonna take a break for dinner and I'm gonna come back for games tonight. But I hope you're having a fabulous evening, and I hope it can be a cool background. And if you're baking along with me, let me know what you're cooking, what's for dinner. It's gonna be an exciting weekend too. Also, I'm streaming from my phone, so let me know if I sound crappy or what's what, but this is gonna be an exciting weekend. We've got me and Morjenga on Friday for Baldur's Gate. I'm really excited for the next episode of that. And then Saturday at 4 p.m., I'm gonna run the HelloFresh Golf Snacks Open, The HelloFresh Golf Snacks Open takes place at 4 p.m. on Saturday. So sign up in my Discord. There's a specific channel for that, and you can react to the image to enter. Everybody's welcome. There's prizes. I think I said the first 6 people who place will receive either grave stickers, homemade cookies from tonight's session, a grave shirt, or the number one winner gets the free HelloFresh box. So if you sign up and you win, I'm just gonna straight up pay for it for you. So we've got a lot of fun events happening this weekend. I've been thinking about Baldur's Gate all week. I know we're like in the beginning of everything, and there's a couple of things that are gonna happen that we, I guess, know about, but how we have done everything so far, I have a load of dishes going. Laundry was done last night. Graveyard is having a domestic day. But yeah, like we're gonna get into, I feel like we're gonna get into that Druid Grove, like, in our own way. I don't know, I'm very excited about that. And we can talk and plan too, because I'll have like a few different things going on at once, but my cooking streams are always interesting. The last thing that I made was those crab cakes. And man, I need the comfort food. The chocolate chip cookies and the chicken noodle soup is gonna be like really important for me. I had some weird dreams last night. I had some bizarre dreams last night. I sound okay? Okay, good. I dreamed about a cat that I rescued, and then I dreamed about another cat that I have nothing to do with, that I know that it's like somebody else's cat, and then I don't know, I've been thinking about my cat. I think it's the dead of winter, and it's just fucking with me. I've only done one before. It was when I went to Maryland and I caught crab, and then I brought them back and I like prepped them and made crab cakes. And they were like really, really, really good. But tonight, actually, you get to see one of my soup is like my favorite meal. And so what I did last night was I boiled the bones and stuff and made like a stock with just a piece of celery and like a little bit of onion. And then I put that in the fridge. So that's set up all night. And then throughout the cookie making during the first batch, we're gonna like, we're gonna scrape that and we're gonna prep it. And then we're gonna chop some vegetables. We're gonna sweat those. We're gonna prepare the soup. And then since I already have the stock made, like once we get that all done, that only has to just go for like a half hour or whatever. Yo, Morjenga, thank you so much. So much love. No, I'm really trying to like get through it like as just an aware being. You know what it is, like we can't control these forces of life. We just have to like ride these waves, and they make us feel the way they make us feel. But I'm just thankful that I have the ability to make chocolate chip cookies, because that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. But let me get started here. So I've got a bag of chocolate chip cookies, open, because I've been eating them. But we're gonna have the recipe. It calls for all-purpose flour, baking soda, salt, butter, brown sugar, regular sugar, and keine Eier, and no eggs, and 1 egg. Graveyard doesn't bake either. Like, I cook. I'm really good in the kitchen, but I don't really. When it comes to combining flour and sugar and butter and like creative, creamy ways, I don't really do that. So we're learning. I got the butter out, put it out to soften it. It's not very soft. So what I do normally is I just put it in the microwave on the auto defrost setting, or the auto reheat setting, for like 10 seconds. Softens the butter. It doesn't really soften the butter. I mean, in Morjanga, if you bake, tear my shit apart. Like, I want to know what I'm doing wrong. Well, I don't, okay, so I have to preface my, yeah, see, that's soft. I have to preface I don't have any measuring implements. And I don't have any mixing accoutrement. Eutropias, hello! It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a great night. I'm making all my comfort food tonight. I had weird dreams last night, so we're making chocolate chip cookies and chicken noodle soup. I got the oven preheated. It's at 375. You gotta follow your heart. You measure from your soul, yeah. Well, I've learned that if you're, because I'm rich and soulful, and if you go too far with that vanilla extract, the shit gets a little bit rich. But I've learned my lesson there. So, but you gotta see my ritualistic vanilla extract measuring technique. It's something on my own. But I have all my stuff up here. What do I want to do? I usually start by combining the dry ingredients. Oh yeah, and I get to reveal my secret recipe and everything that it contains. It's really good to be here. I feel like I've really been stuck in the winter doldrums. I've been streaming super late at night, and I've been doing practically nothing. We have a tournament this weekend. I'm not sure. I have to make a post in the MGSR thing. I was gonna do that tonight after we cook, but we have the golf snacks open this weekend, and we have Friday with more Jenga. So I've got a lot to look forward to. But I've just been thinking about everything that's like happened this past year, and like I'm looking forward to a better year. You know what I mean? And if it starts with the fact that Graveyard bakes now, man, how much worse could it get? I mean, it can't get worse. I have trouble keeping up with chat too because I'm on my phone, so if I miss anything, I'm really sorry. It's been a tough week. Yeah, it's been a tough week. That's one of the reasons why I was like, I can't fuck off on the cooking stream, because not only do I need it, but I really do feel like I can be here for you. Like if you're cooking, are you cooking anything tonight, Eutropius? Or am I doing the cooking this evening? We didn't lose our job, but about 200 at your agency did. Good fucking lord. I kind of didn't want to ask. Henry made dinner tonight. That's really nice, because I knew you were really like right there at the edge of what could be. And I'm really glad that you are still employed. I don't know what I don't have any contracts with anybody that works with any of my government friends anymore, but they are. I'm pretty sure people have literally been instructed to not work. It's really spooky. It's really weird. But I could go on and on about all that, but I don't have any resolution. So what I do have resolution on is the cookies and the soup. Though. That's why I'm here. Yo, Spenny, my dude, with the 26 months. I fucking love you, man. This first batch of cookies is dedicated to Spenny 420. Shadow, my guy. Hello, hello. Yeah, a couple of my friends in the financial sector are pretty much sure that that's going to happen to them. I didn't talk to them today, so I don't know if that happened today. Put weed in them? Oh, man. Okay. I did do, dude. I have my favorite strain right now. I have this gelato ice cream in live resin, and I am stocked, but it's like it's my favorite. So I mean, I have to rein myself in. But also, this is twofold because in Spenny knows we pour, so we're making our own snacks. So not only, I mean, weed cookies are great, but I just need snacks in the house. So having a plate of cookies constantly really scratches that itch for me. So if you're like me and you're like, how do I cut down on my grocery snack bill? I implore you, try to do what we are about to do here. You could probably bake some bitchin' cookies in the trailer, dude. Okay, so what I have for you is this. Behold, yogurt container, 5.5 fluid ounces. If you do the math, that's 0.675 cups. So, if you figured it out by now, this is our measuring device. This is the closest thing that I have to a regular size device that is sort of like a cup for flour. So what I've discovered is if you cut this recipe in half, which calls for 2.25 cups flour, and if this is what 0.675 cups, so that's like almost 3/4, and then you cut 2.25 in half because you get a half the recipe. So that's what? That's 1 1/8, right? So 1 1/8 cups needed out of 0.75. Janella, hello! Janella, just, I would say don't look, but you're gonna laugh too hard to not look. Yeah, I don't have any measuring implements, so we're doing the math together. It's so good to see you, Janella. We're making chocolate chip cookies and homemade soup. I did the stock last night. But yeah, don't lose that train of thought, because 0.65 has to go to 1 1/8. Whatever that fraction resolves to on the decimal. So that's like a heaping, that's like one of these if it's like really full, you know, right? Or half of that is one of these that's really full is what I've discovered. So if you use 2 heaping yogurt containers, like, did you get high before you came up with this formula for measuring? Yes, but that's irrelevant. And then we're gonna use the same thing to measure the sugar later. Stay with me. Okay, so let's get going. You write all that down. You wrote all that down, right? Okay, good. So, what do we have here? Exhibit A, all-purpose flour. Oh man, baking with Graveyard begins now. I didn't think I was gonna be this excited all of a sudden. But okay, so and then we're gonna combine our dry ingredient. I know this about baking first. You combine your dry ingredients first, and then you put them together like at the end. You know what I mean? Warped a Bakeyard? God, oh my god. That's the title. Cream got the title. I should give my mods like permission to change it. Cream got the title right. I didn't get the title right. Thank you, Cream. Chimbuck2, what is going on? It's like, my brother in Christ, you do not need to make your brain work this hard. You can get a measuring cup. They're like 40 cents at the grocery store. I know, I'm up early. I gotta make cookies and dinner, and then I gotta eat the dinner, and then we're gonna do games later. So you're getting me all evening. This is my kitchen. I built it from scratch. It was a derelict shack when I arrived with a dirt floor, and now it's a kitchen. It's possible. You can do it. Okay, so but yeah, I have a gas stove for the first time in my life. If you cook, if you bake, if you cook, I framed the walls. I built I am the little red hen here, Morjanga. I could go on and on. I did. And I installed a fucking gas stove. And man, having a gas stove with a cast iron pan, because I cook everything on a cast iron and like an oven, it's like, it's a dry heat. It's nice. It's good. It's having an electric stove in like apartments my whole life. I love this thing. Okay, so I'm do it so everybody can see too. This is what I've been doing. You get one, and then you do another one, and they should be like really full. If you're using the yogurt container, you're following along with your own yogurt container, they should be like pretty full, you know? They should be like, but I mean, take into account your the vessel you're using too. That's actually, you could probably put one more. Okay. You get messy when you bake quick. It's kind of fun. I me not having measuring cups is giving Spuds anxiety. Spuds is like, I'm gonna watch, but then I'm gonna delete it from my brain. It's like the episode, it's like those weird episodes of like Dexter where you're like, I'm glad I watched it, but I don't want to remember that one. Okay, so we have our flour. We have our flour. That means we're done with this. We can we could put this bad boy back on the shelf. It's great to see you, by the way, Spuds. And then so that's the flour. So so you got to go through the recipe and you figure out all your dry ingredients. Okay, so the next thing is 1 tablespoon baking soda. Bets Pred in the chat, does Graveyard have a teaspoon? Wait, teaspoon or tablespoon? 1 TSP. That's teaspoon, right? 1 TSP baking soda. So let's get the baking soda. And then a tablespoon, or a teaspoon? A teaspoon is just a tiny spoon, right? So, you know, and you gotta, what does baking soda do? Just from the science standpoint, baking soda makes them like rise, but not much. So, consider that. So 1 teaspoon. Right? Yeah. Maybe like a little more. But like not that much. But maybe like just a little more. Okay. And then other dry ingredients. Salt. Salt's very important. A teaspoon is just a tiny spoon. A little more? Yeah, a little more. I thought that. I thought that too. I thought that too. Okay, so you could use this salt, right? Or you could use the fancy salt, right? Like you get the pink salt, which is the same as the other salt, but sometimes it's good on like chicken and stuff. So we're gonna put the fancy salt in. So like you just, how much are we supposed to do? 1 teaspoon salt. You can put more than that in. So we're gonna do the coarse salt. So they're like, you know, like they're from the sea. There's a lot of sugar in this recipe, so I like to think that you could put more salt in than you think you can. So we put it's like a 3/100ths of a yogurt container. The pink is technically a finishing salt. So I shouldn't use it in this capacity. Does this have something? Well, this has like iodine in it, right? Which we get plenty of. But I don't know. I put a lot of that in there. Like it's pretty sparkly. I don't know. I like to think it's gonna have like a coarseness to it, so it'll be nice for the when you bite into it. Okay, and then so that's all of the dry ingredients listed on the package. I like to add a waft of cinnamon. So we got that here, and this is how much I add. Like fucking none. Like barely any. But it'll like, you know, talk to the salt a little bit. Okay. So dry ingredients those are the dry ingredients. Yeah. So you give that a little stir. Mixing implement. The fork this is one of Eutropius's forks. This is what we'll be using. I do have a whisk, but it was given to me by like an ex, and I think it's haunted. I don't like to use it. So we're gonna use a fork. Man, I haven't even made an Amazon account again since I got hacked. Like, I don't have an Amazon account. I don't have Prime. I don't have... I couldn't even tell you what I bought last year. That fucking blows my mind. I'm like, man, like, that's... I have to, like... So we give it a little stir. You know what I mean? We give it a little stir. Okay, stir completed. We put this off to the side. I need to show off my legit crockery. This is I had this and another bowl from my mom, and the fucking other bowl was like green, and I put dirt and plants in it because I was doing shit with it outside and it broke. So that, and then I'm like, man, that was a mixing bowl. Like that was the mixing bowl, but I don't have a great bowl to mix stuff like this in. So, but the crock has performed quite well over the over the last couple of times of this. So, yeah, I built a kitchen. I don't have anything to put in it. Like, the green one with the wood bowl. No, it was like a porcelain. It was like a white porcelain with like a leaded. It looked like a leaded green paint on the outside. Maybe not good for cooking in the long term, but it was really nice. It was like wide. It was she was thick, you know. Okay, so what's the next part of whatever the fuck we're doing here? You got to combine your not dry ingredients. I don't want to say wet ingredients because it's not exactly accurate. But we've got the sugar, the butter, and the eggs. And oh, the eggs are coming from our friend, the Islamic chicken farmer with the stripper girlfriend. That's where we got the eggs from. So there's a lot of love in those. Eggs are room temp? No. Eggs are in the fridge. Are they supposed to be room temp? I never knew that. Really? Oh, yeah. All right. I failed on that. I did get the butter out. Okay. Well, I'll get it out right now, and then I'll get it out right now. I like to go for a big one. You know? Like, I like to go for a, because we're going to have the recipe. So instead of 2 eggs, it calls for 2 eggs. We're going to use 1 egg. I didn't know about the room temperature eggs thing. Yeah, that makes perfect sense because you're trying to, like, you want to, like, whip it to cream the sugar. Like, that's what we're going to do in a minute. Please make the jokes. Cream is like, I know. You want everything to be the same temp. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Ideally. Okay, but it's an egg. We'll warm it up. It'll blend easier. Yeah. We're gonna use the fork, so we're a rough blender. It's like, but yeah, it'll be good. The butter, after you hit it with the microwave for a little bit, the butter does like kind of soften up. So, oh, but we gotta do the next hard thing. We gotta measure the sugar with the yogurt container. I'm good at this. I'm telling you. I got this one down. This is easier because it's only one of each. Also, here's the vanilla extract. Put that right there. Exhibit B, brown sugar, and the white sugar. I have found that it calls for equal portions of both, but you kind of want to use more brown sugar than white sugar. What do you think? If you're gonna make like a Toll House, we're making Toll House cookies. Sugar cookies, I think, might be the opposite. If you put it in a cup of warm water, it'll warm up. Oh. You're assuming I have a cup. I've got a bowl. I've got a little bowl. Here. Egg bowl. Get some hot water going here. Egg is warming. But nobody wants. Is that what? So more of the granulated processed sugar will give you flakier cookies, and the more rosinous dark brown sugar will give you chewier cookies. That's what I thought. And I like the chewy. I like the chewy cookies. Okay, so. What does the recipe call for? It calls for, this is easier, it calls for 3/4 cup of this, and remember, we're cutting the recipe in half. So what's half of 3/4? 1.5 out of 2. So that's like, a little less than the yogurt container. Like if the yogurt container is 0.675, that's like 3/4 of the yogurt container. You know what I mean? And if we want a little bit less white sugar and more brown sugar, I'm gonna put a whole yogurt container of brown sugar and like 0.6 of the one of the white sugar. This is how I'm gonna stave off Alzheimer's. Like, you can't send me baking or measuring cups because this is my Sudoku. This is my crossword puzzle. Okay, and remember, we're combining everything in the fucking crock, so consider that. So here we go. Brown sugar is kind of tough because it's like kind of, and you gotta like pack it down a little bit, but not too much. Okay. We'll just put a little more in there because it's kind of tough to get in the thing. But okay. Brown sugar. And then like maybe just a little more, just because it's good. And I don't feel like we filled up the container totally. Okay. That ought to be. White sugar is easier to measure because you can pour it. So if you put extra brown sugar in, you're probably thinking like that, you know, for the, right, Jen? Maybe, oh, what I've got over here, it's like, they're brackets that I got. Yeah, they're just two brackets run into the studs with a plank on top. And then, and same with these. They're just bigger. White sugar. What other dry ingredients, or wet, not dry ingredients are there? The vanilla extract. That is the, yo, Tash, what's going on? That is the, that's the next, like, maybe, will they, won't they kind of thing. I can only see the last couple of things. Which one, did I, if I answered your question, great, but if not, are we asking about this, the bar, or the microwave? It's all, like, triple lagged into studs with, like, I answered it? Okay, cool. I didn't know, because that was actually, getting this to stick to this was fucking really hard. So, if you asked that question, I'd be like, that's a very good question. Because I had that problem, too. Okay, this is about where your sleeves start. If you rolled your sleeves up, this is about in the process where they start coming down, and you're like, oh shit. So don't worry, just take a second. Just like rinse the sugar off your hands, and we roll them back up. Oh wow, this is like my favorite sweater. They say you shouldn't bake in your favorite clothes, right? Because you think it's messy, but I love this sweater. They did ask how the microwave was on the wall. I used I lagged the brackets to this, and that stuck to the wall, and then I put this on with like butterfly clips. So like there's a bolt that goes in with like a butterfly bolt inside the thing. It was like a whole fucking process. But it was a little custom because everything here kind of is. Okay, so the butter is soft. We're just gonna plop that bad boy in there. And then how much vanilla extract are we supposed to put in this motherfucker? We've got, all right, so we got the sugar, we got the butter. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. We've done this before. Remember, we saw the teaspoon before. We saw what it looked like. We don't necessarily have to put it in this to do it. So, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. 1 teaspoon. Okay, Graveyard. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Right? Maybe like a little more. I find that I always think that I'm going way hard, but I find that I'm sometimes a little more conservative than I think. But I do know that you gotta be careful with that vanilla. I could also use I could have poured it in the cup. But I did. Okay, the egg, so our egg should be warm at this point. Crack that motherfucker right there. I'm weird. I'm like weird about eggs. Like whenever I like crack touch whatever eggs, I always feel like I have to wash my hands afterwards. If they're farm eggs, they're actually probably more likely cleaner, but it's just. Yeah, the motion of the ocean sometimes kicks in. It's I thought I told you it's a houseboat, like it's a we're on the Puget Sound. Okay, so we have combined. We can put this away. Put our sugar away. Okay, so now, basically you gotta like make this into a creamy mixture, which is funny, once, you don't really realize, but once you combine the butter and the sugar, it starts to get like really light, and that's what's gonna happen, and then we gotta get that done consistently, and then we gotta add the flour slowly to that, so it takes. But if you do it all at once, it doesn't work. So, let's just fucking do it. Having the soft butter here is where it's like kind of important. My dishes are done. you'll start to see like lots and lots of tiny chunks of butter. But then once it's good, like most of those disappear. Cinnamon rolls, yeah. Okay, so once that's consistent, then you take this, our combined dry, and like, I like to do it, 25% of the time. And it's funny with the flour, like if you don't even mix it, I discovered that if you put flour in and you just go and do something else and come back, it like, it kind of mixes itself, like it sucks up the moisture, which I thought was kind of interesting. So when it comes to this part, it's more about like the time you take. Like you can't, I used to have like a nice mixer, and I don't anymore, so I know how easy it can be. But they come out a little differently when you do them this way. This is kind of like small batch, made with love kind of way. And they come out a little more, a little less like homogeneous, you know what I mean? They're a little bit more, I think it's because the butter is like not fully, combined in there or whatever. But that's good. That can be good. I think it would probably be a little easier with the whisk, like early on, but at this point it starts to get kind of thick, and it's kind of like nice with something more like the fork, I just had a thought. You know how we cut the recipe in half? And we did that for all the big stuff. But like the little stuff, like 1 teaspoon, wouldn't you actually want like half a teaspoon? It doesn't seem to have made a difference in my previous like goes at it. Or maybe that's maybe that's what my eyeing it up sort of needs to keep it on track. We're gonna find out. These are a little darker than they were last time. I think I really did put a lot of brown sugar in. These are a little darker, but I'm kind of excited about that. Okay, that's the last of the flour. We've gotta get that in there, and then we're getting close. I'm gonna let that sit there for a second. A little much in the brown sugar department. I mean, I think, they're dark chocolate. These are a little darker than they were before, when I made them. But I felt like they were too light the first time. So, but yeah, we got the dark chocolate, 53% cacao morsels. Good. Make sure they're good, you know? They're good. Okay. How many chocolate chips does it call for? 1 2/3 cup, 10 ounces. And the package is 10 ounces. So I was pretty much like, this bag makes 2 batches of cookies. Because I'm gonna eat some. So I'm not really measuring for the yogurt cup. I'm more measuring like half the bag. Yeah. That's about enough, right? Maybe a little too many. The bag of flour says do not eat without cooking. I'll balance out. I didn't realize flour wasn't supposed to be Okay, I think we got this just right. This is thick, but it's still like sticky. Okay. Woo! I think that's it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think that's it. That's like legit. That's beautiful cookie dough. Right? Rosa, hello. I love you. That's good. I think it's good. I think that's like, oh my god, it smells so perfect. I think you need more brown sugar and vanilla in the Toll House recipe. You know what I mean? Like, it makes that smell of like brown sugar and vanilla. Oh. You know what I mean? That the butter like wakes up. Oh my god, that smells so good. It smells like that smell smells like when you're a little kid. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. So it calls for an ungreased pan. Which pan are we using? The only pan I have. This thing. I think you're supposed to use what's called a cookie sheet, but the only one of those that I have is gross. And I think I don't think there's any way I could make that non-stick. As a general rule, you always use more brown sugar than white sugar. I think that's so. The first time I did it, I did it like by the book, and I felt like it was too. It felt too like prim. I don't know. Like it's hard to describe. Like yeah, you want them to be like moister. Jeez, uncomfortable word. But it says ungreased. I think you got to put like a little itty bitty bit of like olive oil or something on it. So that's what I do. Just like the idea of something, you know, just like. So you do that. I promise you, you'll thank yourself for this. Can you use butter as well? Yes. Do this with butter if you want. But butter is expensive and precious. You can get this pan, and then you only have to do this once, like, and it requires like no olive oil, and you won't even like notice that it's there. Some people don't want to use olive oil for that, but I think it's the superior choice. Parchment paper? Yo, I have some of that too, actually. But okay, and I find I can do like 6 big ones, so that's what we're gonna do. They're drop cookies. You're supposed to just drop them on there. Do they still call them that? Drop cookies? Would it be ungreased so that they don't run so much? It sounds like I'm on like a cookie game show. Just this music. Okay. It just keeps the fat down. Yeah, I feel like this recipe like wants to stick. Always, you know. What time is it? What time is it? It's 8:51. I think that it's like 10 minutes exactly is the perfect thing. This is Donkey Kong Country 3 Waterworld. So this is probably triggering your brain, Janella. It's been all Donkey Kong music so far tonight, I think. Okay. So, 10 minutes on the clock. Let's clean as you cook, and you will thank yourself at the end of your endeavor, I promise you. So, I don't think we need our yogurt cup anymore. Vanilla extract can go back up here. This can just go in there. Flour's finicky, but a wet paper towel goes a long way. Okay. So, if you thought that Graveyard was discombobulated before, and this was the only thing we were doing, you would be right about that. However, that is actually untrue. Because we're also making soup, remember? Remember the soup. Viva la soup. The Pokeball, that's my Bulbasaur. Okay, so I like to make chicken thighs, and then I pick them, and everything that's not like good meat or whatever, I throw in and I like boil for stock. So now we do the gross part where we scrape the fat off the top. For this, I like to use a spoon and an old piece of tin foil. And you don't have to get all of it, you know. Just like most is good. Because most is the problem. The idea is that, you know, you just don't want that in your arteries. What is happening? We're scraping the fat off the top of the stock that I boiled last night. So we're reducing the saturated fat content of the soup, of the end content product soup. Nora, hello. It's so good to see you. We're baking chocolate chip cookies. We gotta keep an eye on the time. But we're also doing chicken noodle soup for dinner. So this just goes right in the trash. You don't really want to put that down the drain either. And it's just best to get that off. You don't like have to do that. If you're feeling really lazy, you can just skip that. But I do find I make a lot of soup, and I have found like over the course of my soup making career that when you take the time to put it in the fridge overnight and do that, it's better. Okay. So we've got plenty of room. That's pretty concentrated. I got plenty of room to add a little bit of water to that, but I got plenty of room to add all the veggies that I want. I'm gonna leave this little spot open to pull this tray out in 3 minutes. But yeah, I made chicken thighs, and I boiled everything down with a little bit of celery and onion to make like a basic ass stock, and then we're gonna make it into proper soup right here, right now. So the first thing you do is you turn on the stove. Turn on the stove because we're not making gazpacho. Yo, Tennis, hello. It's so good to see you, man. And the cookies are really particular. Like, you kind of just want to get them. You want to get them to the crisp factor point, but only just. Like, you gotta get them to like melt out with the butter, and then sort of get hard, and then you gotta get it. And then you gotta pull them right out because you don't want to. You know what happens. You know what happens next. Cold soup? Sure, let's ruin the. Are you not like a huge cold soup connoisseur anymore? In lukewarm milk. Oh God, no! Don't do that. Don't take my bot's advice, please. Nobody take that bot's advice. What did we start at? Was it 850 or 851? Okay. Oh man, the smell of chocolate chip cookies is It always puts my brain at ease. 8:51. Okay, so we're looking for 9:01 on the clock. Can you guys see? You can see the clock, right? Yeah, that comes through. Oh dear. Oh dear. Don't worry, it's gonna be worth it. I promise. I actually can't wait to see what these look like with the brown sugar content. What did we forget? I was gonna say I'm gonna mess something really easy up because I'm streaming. I don't think I forgot anything. No nuts, but I don't really like nuts in my chocolate chip cookies. It's like, yeah, that's the other thing about the stove has this like vent that it just like blows the cookie smell like right at me. Well, I didn't choose the snarky life. It chose me. Just like off-brand Oreos choose to crumble my dreams. That doesn't make any sense, Great Bot. I mean, it's true, but it didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to anyone. You can tell, you really can tell when they're done by the smell. Okay. Alright, so we've got, alright, so less than 60 seconds to go here. I've got my handy lemon-themed this you need. You can skip the mixing cups, the measuring whatever. These you need. Thousands of cookies. All right, it's time. It's time. I think they need to go a little bit. I think they need to go a little bit. They're not done yet. I think they need to go a little bit. I think the oven could be hotter. Just like a little bit. They're not they're still wet on the top. A terry towel, that'll work. Yeah. Terry towel will work. Okay. So yeah, they need like 2 minutes. Janella, I got the rainbow carrots. Actually, I don't think there's fucking any orange carrots in this bag at all. This is the butter we used, by the way, too. This is what I splurged on. We got the organic sweet cream butter. If you're gonna get any nice ingredient for what you're baking, this is what I learned this from cooking, not just baking, but the butter. Get the butter. It's like spend the extra $1.50 on the butter or whatever. But okay, so we've got our mirepoix, the carrots, onions, celery. I don't have any parsley. I'm kind of bummed. Okay, so this is the rainbow carrot bag. There's normally a couple of orange carrots in here, but I got one that only has the purple, I guess those are yellow, and then that's a white carrot. But I like the purple, and this bag had mostly purple, so I was fucking all over that shit. And thick purple carrots. Thank you for the lurk. No, I just wanted to. I'm glad I got to show you this, but thank you for fucking everything. Thank you for being you, Janella. You rock. Skins on? Yes, I don't peel them. I stopped peeling them because I got lazy, and then I was like, there's probably good stuff in the skins. There's probably good like magnesium and iron and good stuff from the soil that, you know, you need the mineral content. Okay, they're probably done. pretty good, right? The brown sugar really cooks out, you know what I mean? Right, Emma? Right? The brown, like they become that hue anyway, but I think that's the proper. You don't want them lighter than that. Look what we just did here. Like I want to give you confidence that that you can do this. Like I combined like $15 worth of ingredients, and I can make cookies for like weeks on end, and you really amplify your snack content. It's doable. It is possible. And if you can't, well, shit, I'm always here to do it for you. They smell perfect. If you win the Golf Snacks Open, you actually get the cookies. You know what I mean? That's for real, Emma. I'm not even making that up. So the top three, the first, second, and third place get homemade cookies in the Golf Snacks Open, and then fourth, fifth, and sixth get stickers, like my custom merch stickers. So if you can win a spot in the Golf Snacks Open, you can get some of these cookies. I think that'll be this batch, unless I eat all of these and then I have to make more for the prizes. We just ate an oatmeal raisin, which is, oh, dude, the proper oatmeal raisin cookie, like the well done, perfectly moist. Really, sometimes you want to add chocolate chips, but I say no chocolate chips. I love oatmeal raisin too. I haven't tackled that yet. I haven't tried to do that cookie really ever. But oh god, I love them. No chocolate chips in the oatmeal raisin. If you want chocolate chips, like you should make these. Get that shit out of here. Yeah, right? So, normally you gotta let them cool for a little while, but I'm impatient. Alright, they're a little... So, but, I don't know. Alright, here, wait, that fork's contaminated. Usually I can do this with a fork. They're a little mushy, but if you get them on there, then they'll dry and cool and they'll be like perfect and really chewy. But it's not without risk. It's not without risk. The hot cookie shuffle. Eutropius knows it. Eutropius knows it well. It's like, ah, yes, I remember that time back in '91 when I had to make 6,000 cookies in one evening. Then then the hot cookie shuffle is like part of the deal. Like that's part of the recipe. See? Oh yeah, the first casualty. Oh baby, you know what that means. We're gonna eat you. This is also why I like the extra greased pan, because it lets you get the fork under there. Yeah, see, I feel like this one's gonna fall apart on me. We almost got it. I think my chip to dough ratio is a little coarse, which is good, but here we are. I like to mess up a couple of them up because those are the ones that I eat first. But yeah, you want that like that thinner, chewier cookie, more butter factor. I mean, those are kind of like, and then these are hot. You gotta let them cool. So these have to cool. And we got like a bunch of batches to do. At this point, if I can do 6 cookies at a time, how many batches does that equal out? Oh, the dark chocolate is like, I love those semi-sweet morsels, I always have, but the dark chocolate is like, that's what you want. That's what I want. So that's what I'd say that you want. So yeah, that's the thing about the drop cookie. You gotta form it together enough to get it on the spoon right, but you don't really want it. Like the chunkiness of the dough is kind of important. It helps it cook faster, I think, too. I can make them a little bigger. Okay. What time is it? 9:11. It's 9:11. All right, 9:11. 9. It's 9:11. So 9:21. Never forget. I'm not laughing at it. Of course, never forget. It's just the number. It's just the fact that I look up and it's the number. That's the funny part. Never forget. Never forget our inaugural cooking stream. This is very special. And this isn't our inaugural cooking stream. This is our inaugural cookie stream. So here's this broken piece. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so this is just cool enough to hold. We nailed it. We nailed it. They're crispy on the outside. Man, those are really good. I think we actually could have put a little more salt in there. They're very sweet. But they're buttery. No, there's just enough salt in there. High punch. Well, yeah, definitely to answer your question, like, accurately. Definitely a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Yogurt container cookies. Who'd have thunk it? Where's the... Oh, yeah. Never forget. Never forget. The real hero of the evening, of the stream. Never forget. Coffee mugs. About this? Yeah. Could do that. Okay. So the first thing we got to do for the soup is if you're gonna put fresh vegetables into stock, you got to sweat them a little bit first. So that's what we're gonna do with the cast iron here. But I'm gonna have to move some things around here. Yeah, I'll just put that here. And that way I can still pull that out and put that there. I always find that with soup, I love cookies. We're making cookies and soup. With soup, I always find that you should put less carrots in than you think you need. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put 2 in. Maybe I might just eat this one. But I'm kind of hungry. Okay. The purple carrot. They're earthier. They taste like they have more, like, iron in them. You know what I mean? Like, with the purple carrot, it's just subtly different to me. I just like them better. They have more beta carotene. I can taste it. They have like a brighterness to it. It's like, it almost has like a, I don't want to say like a chemical taste, but it has like a, kind of like that licking a battery thing going on. In a good way. Purple carrots kind of taste like licking a 9-volt battery. They're really good. Can you see that over there too? Yeah, they're really pretty. The purple carrots are wild looking. Ooh. That yellow carrot, that has like the parsnip thing going on. You bite into that, that almost has like ginger. It almost has like a ginger thing. Two minutes on the cookies. With the onion. I used the other half of the onion when I was making the stock, so I usually cut it like in half and then I put the other half in the soup. Okay. Here we go. Actually, I think we got that timed right up. Oh yeah, to shave the onion. You can do, yeah, different shaped onions taste different in my opinion. I agree with that. Okay, so let those cool for like a hot second. So for the soup that we're doing, I like to do like a more of like a farmhouse onion thing. So I chopped a couple of them, but a lot of them I leave like big and quartered like that. It's farmhouse style. That's usually code for the kitchen didn't have time to chop it all up. Okay, so garlic, 3 cloves. And don't let anybody tell you how much garlic to put in. Alright, that's 4 cloves. We're gonna go with it because you measure that shit with your heart. If you don't know about that trick, just smash it with the knife. You can pull the garlic right out of the thing, and you don't have to worry about any of that bullshit. That's my gift to you. If you don't know that trick, that is my gift to you. I will I will save you a lot of headache. Same thing. You've got a clove of garlic, normal, hard to peel. Take a fucking big knife. And then you can just cut that little thing on the end off, and you're good to go. And it's like a lot of fun. The smaller cloves sometimes get a little smooshy, but you're gonna chop it up anyway. Okay, that's definitely enough time for the cookies to have cooled. So let's do our little fork trick because they're hot enough to do that with. So if you get them at just the right time, like we're at right now, they just slide off. They're still hot, so there's still like risk to the technique, but I think it's worth the risk. Bottom of that one.
Keep your fabric smelling fresh and clean with the delightful scents of the Breeze fabric spray.
These are really coming out like nice. These are really coming out nice. We got the brown sugar. We really pushed the butter brown sugar ratio to like the end of the envelope. Like they are like any chewier and they might not be holding together as much, but I think they're like kind of in the perfect zone for that. Like they're still crispy on the outside. That's delicious. This is where like the runner's high, if you're familiar with the term, sort of kicks in. You get this like cool zen vibe with how you're gonna do your next batch, the timing of everything. I like to do multiple things at once, like the soup and this. I feel like it makes both things come out good. I didn't know how streaming both of them would be, but I kind of like it. When I'm on my phone, I can't see chat as well as I can on my PC, so I'm a little more detached. What is that? Batch number 3? 9:30 exactly. So we're looking for 9:40 on the clock. I should have a separate camera set up so that you can always see like the final product. It's right here. They are looking better with each round. I agree with you. So we haven't done anything with that yet. I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper. Just to get them, I just want to get them roasty and going before I put them in the soup. And this actually, I don't want this to cook down too much, so. Actually gonna add a little water. I always meant to do that, but I just don't want to let that get too low. This, I'll put a little bit of this in. Just like a palm. Okay, so the only thing I haven't added there is the celery. I like to use as much of the leafy greens as possible because I don't have any parsley. So, these Twitch streams are better than reality TV. I know, right? What reality TV plays the Pokemon music? But when you don't have any greens to put in the soup, I feel like the celery is like a really great cheater. You can just put all that in there, and it gets really, really good. And like, yeah, and you don't even smell it really until it starts cooking. But that celery has like really something special. So I'm gonna add. I'm just gonna add all of this. Only gonna trim off just the very end, just because I'm trying to save like all of this. So, but yeah, what like one stalk are we gonna save for what? Like, let's just use it all. This is really like cutting carrots kind of music. Did I make a note of the time? Shit. That's gotta be like 5 minutes, right? I don't think I made a note of the time. They've been in for like 5 minutes, right? 9:40? Yeah, I'm right on the money. You keeping an eye on the clock for me? Thank you, thank you. I love how you can see the clock. Yeah, you guys can keep an eye on the clock for me. What would I do without you? You took the words right out of my mouth, Ginger. Okay, that's about how far I take it down. Like, you can cut the rest of that, but if you're composting, that's good, but I am not right now, but I should be. Okay, so that's all our waste. Okay, and now I've got a big bag of freaking purple carrots to do whatever I want with this week. I'm gonna make carrots with everything. Okay. Next. I didn't do the ugly stuff for you on stream, so you could thank me or chide me. But this is the already picked chicken. I've got a whole container where I already like picked and broke up all the chicken meat. So this is just gonna go right in the soup. But it's not the most arduous process, but that's the part that I didn't show you on stream tonight. I keep thinking, like, what the hell did I do with this bowl? This was for our dry ingredients. That can just go in the sink. Okay, 2 minutes on the cookies. Starting to get some of that celery action going on in the air. I could turn this up. Purple onion, red onion. Love that. That is so good. Okay. So at this point, what I like to do, because you want to put a hot cookie like on a flat spot, I start putting the ones that have cooled, like, I start stacking those guys. You know, because then you got, you can use the same plate. This is your cookie plate, and you got all this extra room now. Or, oh, you can see that, right? Okay, here we go. I think we're right on time. That's a little early. I'm gonna put those back in for like 2 minutes. They're bigger. Those ones were a hair bigger. Give those just a minute. You spun the wheel and it landed on Hot Shot Golf? Fuck yeah. Sandals! Have I been here for 2 hours? We've gone over a lot. We're doing cookies. We're doing chicken noodle soup as well as comfort food night. Hi! By the way, it's so good to see you. Here's what we've got so far. We're on batch 3 of these beautiful little jammers. It's so lovely to see you. I think we've got maybe 2 batches left, maybe 1.5. I don't know if I want to do a big one. They're better in smaller batches. But I got my homemade stock here that I prepared last night. We just added our pulled chicken meat. I'm sweating some carrots, onions, celery, garlic in the cast iron. Turn that up a little bit. All the plates are spinning. This is great. Oh man, this smells good in here. Wow. I feel like I'm really in the sweet spot right now for aromatherapy. I haven't even tasted this stock. Okay, good. Last time I did it, I made it like too salty to begin with, and that's perfect. That'll be that needs to cook for a little bit with the veggies, but I think it's gonna. Well, I got the stock going. This all has to like marry for like. Usually you need that. You want to let that go together for like 20-30 minutes, and then I got to do the noodles. Then the noodles need 10 minutes. So. Oh please, yeah, this is the fucking time when I should be hyping my events for the weekend. Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Episode 2 of Baldur's Gate with Morjanga and myself. If you like fantasy, if you like drama, do not miss. I have been thinking about it all week, legit. And Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, we've got a sponsored tournament. I need to make the post in MGSR. I haven't even fucking done that yet. I gotta make the post in Good Vibes too. If you want to play, if you want to hype it, Sandals, you get an honorary position. I'll make sure you get in. But I was hoping for 16. I was hoping to do like a nice 12-hour stream on Saturday where we get 16 players and run the full bracket. But there's golf galore, but there's prizes as well. First place gets the free HelloFresh box plus the homemade cookies. Second place gets a Graveyard T-shirt from the official merch made by none other than the heroic NVH, and the cookies. Third place gets the cookies, just the cookies, but come on, still pretty cool. Fourth, fifth, and sixth place each get a pack of 10 custom Graveyard merch stickers. You just gotta let me know where to send them, and I will send them to you. So, and it's a 16-player bracket. If we get more than 16 people enter, I'm just gonna have it play as a pool I will give preferential treatment to the people that signed up early, but I want it to be like a random draw. So like, you can enter, and if there's a lot of people that enter, we'll do a lottery for the 16, and then I'll get in touch. But yeah, the top 6 will receive prizes, and it's not guaranteed that you have to play Dr. Ebaker, the top shot. So there's a really good chance that a lot of our, like on the ground golfers that play great games, but just aren't top 10. I'm not top 10. I want them to have just as much of a chance to win hot shit prizes in the golf world. So. The HelloFresh sponsored Golf Snacks Open. Oh yeah, and if you sign up for HelloFresh during the sponsorship tournament, you get free Grave merch too. You get the free Grave stickers too. Just let me know where to send it. But yeah, I'm gonna run a sponsorship tournament just to see how it goes. It's a cool opportunity. I didn't want to turn it down, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it on my terms, where we do our own fucking tournament. So each round will be randomized, so you're not even sure where you're gonna play. Any character is allowed. Mii's from Peach to Toad to Bowser to your custom built Mii. Anything is allowed. You won't know where you're gonna play or which tee you're gonna play on until that round commences. So there's a lot of mystery involved. Does Doc even like cookies? I know, he's got the coolest stuff. He's also got the coolest Grave shirt too. Nora wants that hot pink Grave shirt that Doc has so bad. I think she might actually try to win the shirt so that she can trade Doc for his hot pink shirt. I can't believe Doc got the coolest fucking Grave shirt. He got it. He's the best. They don't call him the best for nothing. He's the best. Okay, pro tip though for the soup: if you're gonna add purple carrots to the soup, it will make the broth darker. Just know that. If you're cool with that, good. If not, if you want that like perfect Campbell's light chicken broth, purple carrots will like dim it a little bit. Just FYI. That spicy onion with the celery. Love that. But yeah, if you haven't signed up and you were interested, please react to the image in my Golf Snacks channel in my Discord so that I know you're down for it. But yeah, I'm gonna start it at 4 p.m. on Saturday, and then hopefully all the players that are involved are sort of just milling around and hanging out, doing golf stuff that weekend day. Saturday, and then because I think if I run the matches asynchronously, I can do it pretty quick, but it'll still take a while to play them all out, but that's half the fun, right? 3 minutes on this batch of cookies. Clean as you go, and then you're done before you know it. That's what they say, right? I would have had more stock, but I spilled a lot of it when I was straining the soup. Would you? It just helps for me to keep track. I will. I think we'll have like. Honestly, we might not have the full amount, but because I didn't lead it into it for weeks at a time, but I don't want to. March Madness is going to start up, and I want to be there for March Madness. I don't want to step on March Madness's toes, so that's why I'm sort of like hitting the accelerator with the run up to this tournament. I think it's going to be fun, and there's nothing going on golf-wise this weekend, so this is perfect for it. But yeah, throw that React on there with the golf thing, just so that I know, so that when I look to make the bracket, I'll just make the bracket from the names on that list. Oh shit! Those got a little done. Those, oh shit, that wasn't another batch. That was the batch that I put it back in and said that they needed like 2 more minutes. Whoopsie. Okay, those are the well done ones. We're gonna get those off real quick because we don't want them to be hot. Those are the, actually, that's really interesting. So this will be a good comparison. That's what, 15? A little bit more than that. They're still kind of mushy. Those will be a little crispier. But those are still not like, I wouldn't say they're burnt. They're more well done. But there's the difference. Right? Sometimes that crisp. Sometimes you want that crisp. If you're dunking them in milk, you want that. But those are the ones that'll get stale quicker, but if you eat them fast enough, it doesn't matter. Nope, I think we have exactly 1 batch left. Oh yeah! That's perfect. Okay, 9:53. Oopsie. $9.54. Okay, we got a lot going on here. We got a lot going on here. These are ready. That's sweat, dude. That's all sweated out. That's perfect. And what I mean by that is there's all this moisture that's in the onions and the celery and stuff when you get it from the store, and you kind of like, you want to sweat that moisture out and put the lovely moisture from your soup in it, you know? But that's perfect. We got a little bit of browning on the carrots there, you can see. So they will go into the soup already pretty much done. So that means we don't have to wait for carrots to boil, which is good. Ooh, yeah, those are like probably more along the lines of what you would see like at grandma's house. You know, those are like the crispy, and these are more of like my favorite, like the really extra chewy. We got two different kinds of cookies. I didn't realize we would have such variety this evening. Okay, so that was what, 54? We got time to do this. So what I do here for this. I like to take this, and we just get them as close as we possibly can. And then I can transfer this in. Because if you gotta just dump it in, sometimes it's like you gotta use more finesse than that. Then it goes everywhere. Like I said, I lost a lot of the stock when I was straining it because of that kind of stuff. Yeah, and if you were watching and you were sitting in the background like, I don't know if I want them a little bit crispier. Everybody wants these chewy ass cookies. I'm more of a crispy cookie kind of lover. That last batch was probably a real win for you. That's nice. We got room for noodles too. That's perfect. So with all that combined, we're at exactly 10. So we can be eating the soup by 10:30 tonight. These are the noodles we'll be using. Those aren't burnt. Those are going to be good with some hot coffee. Yes! Yeah! That's such a great idea. Oh, I can't wait to do that. I'll be doing that tonight. Oh, I'll do that on stream later when we're gaming tonight. I only had 1 cup of coffee today. I've been really good. So we can definitely have coffee later for stream. I got the no yolkers, no yolks, broad, not extra broad. I like the normal size twisty. Coffee time? Coffee after soup. We'll have the crispy cookies with the coffee. Gosh, that's gonna be so perfect. And I think I've got, this is too much. I shouldn't add all these. We'll add those in like 20 minutes. You'll make some at 11? Perfect. Oh, that'll be perfect. Yeah, because we gotta let this marry for a half hour, and then I gotta cook the noodles, and then I can be, hopefully I'll be on stream right about then. Three minutes on the final batch of cookies. I have like 1 cup of coffee a week. Used to have a pot a day. Yeah, right? I know exactly. I know all the gamut of those humans. I am one of them. I'm happy to say that I'm usually at like a French press cup in the morning and then a French press cup at night when I'm hanging out right before I get on my stream. But sometimes I have to have coffee midday. Sometimes I have to. So I fluctuate between 2 and 3 strong cups of coffee a day, and I feel like that's better than I used to be. A lot of people sing the praises of taking a few days off, and then they realize that they don't like actually need or love it as much as they did. And I see that. I definitely see that. You crave coffee the most when you're socializing. Yeah, well, yeah. Jeez, if I want to go somewhere with somebody and they suggest coffee, I am not saying no. We are absolutely doing that. Or 54, so 10. Okay, we got 2 minutes. But I think that's better than going to a bar. It has been a day. I can't see exactly what Spud said. I should have chat up on my computer. But dude, it has been a day. It's been a fucking week, dude. I'm trying to balance a lot of equations. They raised the price of bread again. I can't fucking believe it, dude. I'm gonna have to start shopping at a different grocery store. Like, Eutropius, they raised the price of bread again. Like, I can't believe it. I'm like, you raised the price of bread again? Like, I can remember the last time you did it. It was 3 weeks ago. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I might. Somewhere a line in the sand has to be drawn, and I think it's getting to that. I think it's getting to that point, dude. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm like, it's fucking yeast and flour and seeds. Like, like it does not cost you that much. I have to start. Yeah, right. I thought that too. I was like, if I'm gonna do things, I got this lovely cast iron bread pan. This is like one of my prized possessions. Ooh, ow, that's really hot. It's sitting under that vent. But I haven't, I know, right? Like I felt like I had things under control, like, but now like I'm like, my grocery bill is like spiraling out of control. That's why I'm making a lot of soup and cookies on my own here. It's because I'm an undying optimist. I have to take the high road. I have to take the it'll be okay road, because otherwise I don't know how to function, because there's nobody else. There's nobody else, you know what I mean? It's just us. Ooh. That's fun. I think that's actually, so I feel like this was at the bottom. This may have had a lot of, this one may have had a little extra baking soda in it. So it sort of like crept up there, it kind of like rose. But that's the perfect crispy top and the chewy middle that I like. But I'm realizing that is my style of cookie, where I take them out a little early, just because I like it like that. I like it like that. Alright, well that means we can turn the oven off. It's getting... the heater's not running. Let's put it that way. I had it preheated and then I talked for like 45 minutes. It feels good in here. It's like a whole plate of cookies that we baked. It's like, it's gonna be like a cookie rainbow. The full, like... I should have made some overdone ones just so that we could have like a gradient, you know what I mean? This isn't boiling yet. It wants to be boiling. It's not boiling yet. But it's like, you can see why, you know, moms put in a lot of work. You know, when you got like a parent that's like doing all of this for their kids, and then you you don't quite realize, and then you do it for yourself, and you're like, man, this is a lot of work. A watch pot. You're right. Never. Yeah. Correct. It almost looks like the middle ones have the cinnamon on them. So I scrounged the bottom of the bowl and put all the dough back together, so the stuff at the very bottom definitely made it into those little ones. So you're probably right about that, actually. When you can taste just a hint of the cinnamon for a second and then it goes away, that's how I want it for that ingredient. Because these are not supposed to have that in it, but that's like a little thing. It's one banana graveyard. How much could it cost? $10. It's one plate of cookies. How much could it cost? That's jeez. At the Wegmans, infinite. That question has an answer of infinite. Nah, I'm gonna use a fork. I'm gonna use a fork. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. We made cookies because we knew that you would be near death when you arrived. I'm Nurse Joy. Yeah, Wegmans fucking $10 a pound. Yeah, for real, dude. I think I have to stop shopping there. Look at this fucking. Look what we made. Look at this. Is actually beautiful. This is great. This is artwork from scratch. Yeah, right. I gotta convince my my carpool buddy to start going to Aldi's with me. Oh, hey, look, it's boiling. Oh, that's perfect. I think it's boiling. My favorite internet guy. Your forks are perfect for baking with, by the way, Eutropius. And then when it's like cookies, I can clean this really quick and easy. Like it's like I don't even have to put that in the dishwasher. Like that can get cleaned real easy. It's still really hot. That's gonna be really good. Ooh, that's gonna be really good. I could actually add just a little bit of salt to that, actually. So last time I was way too salty. And I was like, I shouldn't have added salt in each step, but I didn't this time. I didn't add salt in any step, and I figured I could add it at the end. If I was gonna get salty, I could add it at the end. And I think we might be right there. Sag, hello. If you are just joining us, or you have been here and have not seen our final product, we got a whole freaking plate of cookies. From chewy to crispy, the full gamut. Yeah, right. We kind of nailed it. Like these are kind of perfect. I'm eating all the little broken pieces. Ooh. Yeah, that one had a lot of brown sugar in it. They're rich. They're pretty rich. Well, that's good. Oh yeah. But for the Golf Snacks Open, there are prizes of cookies. So if I don't eat all these cookies, there's a good chance that some of these will end up in the prizes that I send out for the Golf Snacks Open. And this is kind of a looker, right? Man, what else do I have going on here? That needs to go until, what did I say, 20 after? I gotta put a little salt in there. Yeah, I don't think we have to do the emergency. Yeah, like if you really fuck up soup, like keep this bad boy around. Urbox. It's not good. It's not great, but it's okay. But I grew up with every chicken soup my mom ever made as a kid had Urbox in it. And it's good. I mean, if you make perfect homemade soup like that and you threw one of these in there, you could like double the size and it would still taste like delicious. It would be perfect. This really makes soup go far. But it's just me here, and I like doing my own thing, like my own way. So I like to enjoy my from scratch soup like unadulterated. But I actually probably could use whatever is in this. It's just salt. 1,020 milligrams of salt per cube. 44% your daily value. What is in it? Salt, hydrolyzed corn protein, sugar, silicon dioxide, anti-caking agent. So it's salt. It's salt and corn protein. Yeah. It's just a whole gram of salt. Yeah, right? And it's like those gram cubes they give you in school to teach you the metric system. It's just like one of those, man. Like, they just put one of those in there. It's a gram of salt. It makes anything taste better. Gram of salt. Yeah, if I could have put the salt that I just put in, or I could have put one of those in, you know? Sandals, I saw your ping. Thank you so much for fucking being the hype. The hype motherfucker that you are. I love you so much. Just suck on it for a while. Yeah, if you find yourself like stranded in the woods. Like, and all you have is water and those, like, yeah, don't, like, they'll keep you alive for an extra week. What's going on, by the way? Cathedral, did you see the cookies yet? We baked, how many batches? 5? This was 5 batches of 6. Brown sugar, extra brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, whole lot of love. And now we're doing soup. We've been, throughout the whole process, we've been preparing soup for dinner. So what did I say, 20 after? I mean, yeah, shit, it's fucking 20 after. Let's add the noodles, guys. I think this is too much, though. I think we add like half. I think half of these noodles for the pot of soup that I'm doing. So 2.5 dozen cookies, right? And the only reason I didn't use your crock pot is because I felt like I need more. I want to get a soup bone and thigh bones and a couple of things. Like 4 chicken thigh bones is just enough to make 4 cups of soup. You know what I mean? Like I have my ratio down, but I want to do a really big batch so that I can have like soup all week instead of just like, this usually lasts me like 2 days. I'd say half of this bag. Yeah, the no yolkers are better. Some people are, I really feel like I've realized that there's sort of like a line in the sand. Like some people really like the no yolks, and some people really like the, what are the other ones called? It's the ones with, so these are made with egg whites, and there's ones that are made with only yolks. Light and fluffy. Yeah, light and fluffy are the other ones. Sag knows. Yeah, we had this conversation. I've always been a no yolker my whole life. I didn't even read the words. I just buy it based on the shape of the, you know, colors. Sag is on team light and fluffy, which has the yolks in them, and they're produced by the same company in the same factory. So like, I swear the machine just separates the egg white and the yolk and then does the exact same thing just on either side of it. Like, you get one with the yolk and one with the egg white. Yeah, that's serious iconography. Like, even as just a child sees that and sees their mother using it, that's burned into their fucking brain. Burned in because it's yellow and red. It actually like imprints on the iris. And then you have to buy it, enriched macaroni product. The price of those is about to skyrocket. Really? Should I have bought more of these today? Well, shit. Okay, let's put a little powdered gold in our soup here. What do you say? Some people do the noodles first. Like they'll actually boil the noodles in a bowl and then drain them and put them back in. But I just cook them right in the soup. Oh yeah, because egg futures are through the fucking roof. That's right. So the factory that makes these is gonna. Oh my god, you're right. Holy shit, yeah. Those goddamn egg futures. So now, once you got that going on, this needs a little pepper too. And you'll put a little in when you get the bowl, you know, on the table, but I like to get a little bit in early. And that's all she wrote. Then you let that sit for 10-15 minutes, and then you come back and it's like the noodles are all big and delicious. Broad. Are you team broad? Are you team broad? Hey, look, it's a broad. Hey, look. Carl, calm down. Hey, I thought I saw a broad. That's season 4, right? That's an old episode. That was this. I had that season on DVD. Man, okay, so let me clean this pan. It's still really hot. Why is that wet? But yeah, that's not dirty, man. It's been in a hot oven all night. You just rinse that out. You don't have to put that in the dishwasher, man. You just put like a little drop of soap on that, and like, yeah, you're in. You're done. You can put that pan right back in the cupboard. No yolk, all broad. Represent. No yolk, all broad. Oh shit, he from Grove Street? No yolk, all broad. This motherfucker's from Grove Street. Who's the girl's name? He's making soup for Shanice, or what's her name? We're taking a break from Hello Gresh after the next order. We'll do it again. We want to break from the obligation to make the whole ass meal. Yeah, no, for real, it does. It just keeps piling up, and then the boxes keep coming, and you're like, oh my god, I have to keep cooking. And then I'm not done cooking, and there's another box, and I have to fucking cook it. And it's just become so much. Yeah, no, I got there too, man. I got there too. I've been off it for a while. That's why I'm gonna run the sponsored tournament, because I can make myself the guinea pig and go through the process, and then I'll just get it for a week, and it'll be convenient, and then I'll cancel it. That's my plan. So if you're gonna do that too, that's what you should do too, because then everybody gets cheap food for a week, and it you know, supports everybody. I just want to like make spaghetti. Yeah, I just want to like get a frozen pizza and like fuck off for the night. Yeah, right. You can't do that when you have HelloFresh. You have like an obligation to be domestic. Like it's like there. You have one day a week where you can like have a burrito. Like and you're like, I'm paying for this? Like yeah, this is clean. I cleaned this. We did dishes. It's perfect. Perfect. Put that right back in the cupboard. Dunzo. I can put my cast iron. Oh wow, that's really fucking hot. I put my cast iron pan back where I like it, on its preferred burner. I don't know what that is. And get my stove how I like it here. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, those noodles are starting to thicken up. All that pulled chicken's starting to fall apart. Oh, dude, fuck yeah. This is the most dangerous thing. I'm gonna dump it all over the floor. It looks good. It looks good. It's just Denise. Oh, okay. I like Shanice too. Yeah, she's got a lot of style. I figured, you know, she's got a lot of style. Yeah, Denise. I baked cookies for you. Shit, you baked cookies for me? Oh. I'm fucking. What else does she say? I loved her, man. That was my favorite part of that game. If I could have just never left Grove Street, I wouldn't have. I liked doing our hood rat shit and like romancing Denise and living in that fucked up house. Like God damn it, he spilled the soup again, holding the pot above his head. God damn it, you Link Zelda motherfucker. Is my t-shirt on back? Oh my god, I'm wearing my shirt inside out. Yeah, that's totally inside out. Fuck. I thought it felt different. Now that I mentioned that. But yeah, I never wanted to grow beyond my Grove Street origins. I liked I liked the sense of simplicity and stability. In the ghetto. So we cleaned, so we cooked the whole time, we cleaned. Like the place is not a mess. Like look at this. Like I can like this place is not a wreck. Here, I cleaned like this little area that you see on screen. The rest of the place, that's another story. But this will be ready in like 10 minutes, I think. Just take Janice to Cluck and fuck or what? Yeah, like go look at the smog across the ocean. See the fucking see the lovely pollution sunset. It sounds like a magical life. Who needs more? Who could desire for more? I could just picture him with the flowers behind his back. Or he like comes up on Denise and he's got like the flower, that image of him with the flowers behind his back. That's poetic. You know what I mean? That's poetic. I should stream GTA. You're on the boat. Maybe my dumb commentary would be the fun part of it, but I think I haven't been good at a GTA game since GTA 3. Remember Vice City? That one was weird. But then San Andreas I was good at, I played, but I think I beat it, but like I never did all the stuff. The flight simulator. I would love to play the flight simulator. I would love to actually try and flex if I have any knowledge of that of avionics left. I'd love to try it out. I think I want to get back to Wild Frost. A couple of people have been talking to me about that. I want to play a little more Wild Frost. I'm not done with that in my career yet. I feel like I have a new era with that coming. Landscaping sim, fuck yeah, that would be interesting. I thought to myself when I was shoveling today, I was like, man, I should stream my shoveling snow. Like that, just the clearing of sidewalks would be probably oddly satisfying on stream. Um, where you like purposely get hit by a car, go flying. Yeah, right. You just try and see how far you can get your dude to fly after getting hit by the car. Yeah, yeah. That's the old school GTA. I guess that's still what's done in GTA, but I haven't ever played like the online GTA before. Um, but I guess that's like hugely popular. There'd probably be lots of friends that would play along with us. When's the new one coming out? I think isn't that a point of contention? When's the new GTA coming out? Everybody's like, oh, now Graveyard asks the burning question. When's the new GTA coming? Just kicks you right in the ass. I What am I excited to play? There's a couple of honestly, I'm thrilled that we have Baldur's Gate because that's like my new game with more Jenga, but yeah, I don't know. I'm in sort of a weird lull. Me and Spenny missed the Rayquaza Cup for Pokemon Unite, so we do not have a new cup under our belt. However, I still am really enjoying playing a lot of that game. I know that's not the best game for stream because it's not the coolest thing to watch, but I have been playing that in the night. But bum. Let's see here. I think I'm at the conclusion of my cooking stream. The music has stopped. When the music's over, baby. No, it's giving me the "Are you still watching?" video paused prompt. Man, what can I do to conclude here? I can take I can take you out of the holster. I can take you out of the holster here, and I can show you we can show you a little bit of the Grave Shack as we finish off the evening. If you've been hanging out here in the evening, chilling out in my kitchen with me, I will show you a little bit more of it. How do I flip my thing around? Can I? Is that a thing? There we go. Okay, so here's our soup. Those farmhouse onions. Sometimes you want them tiny, but oh yeah, it's starting to really thicken up now. And sometimes you want like a real meal of an onion in there. We got a clean cast iron and a clean cutting board. Isn't that cool? Here's my dab rig. Here's my laundry that is drying. The sink, right? So I designed it. It came in. I did the countertop myself, and then I cut in the sink, and then I got this separate from everything because it was a lot like the hardware that I used to use at the restaurant. I did my dishes. I installed a freaking garbage disposal. Behold the shack. There's Waru. He's still here hanging out on the wall. There's that little piece of artwork that I showed off the other night, and I can show you how it illuminates when there's a light behind it. Because it's that paper, and I couldn't show you that effect last night because my office just isn't set up for it. So like, if you have this is one of my little pieces. So if you have it, it looks nice on the wall or whatever. But like if you set it on a window and the sun sets behind it or something, it really glows. It really has like a cool glow to it. Here's my barometer. Let's see. Stairs that I built. Happy plant. Happy palm tree. This is my coup de grace. My stream setup. My office. My home. My cozy space. So this is where I stream from. This is what it looks like when I'm here. It took me so long to build this, Ginger. It took me fucking 6 years to build this. There's my teak beauty. Fucking 200-year-old ass door. Here's Susan. She's not on, but she doesn't have any lights in her. So she is on. So she always looks like that. But yeah, yo. I am going to go enjoy my my soup. So many screens. I've always wanted 4. I know, right? Like, imagine. But yo, thanks for hanging out with me on my second ever cooking stream. Big ups to Spenny for the 26 months at the beginning of this whole thing. But I'll be back to play games here in like probably like we want to do midnight coffee, so I'll be back in like an hour. But yeah, who are we rating? I have to look at my little thingy over here, so let me actually go do that. Yeah, I was gonna. So yeah, this was my end screen that I came up with. I thought that was artful, but let me go find somebody to raid. Yeah, drop them fancy gravestones, and let it shine. Let it shine. There should be a railing. Wonder who forgot to put that on. Ooh, I gotta turn this down a little bit. But yo, I love you, Punch. I love you, Sandals. I love you, Eutropius. Eutropius, thank you for the bits. Ah! Supporting our culinary company. Yeah. Yeah. Who is on? Who do you guys want to raid? Man, there's so many people on that aren't normally on. Dude, yeah, there's so many people on that aren't always on. Snacks tournament on Saturday. That's right. The Golf Snacks Open happening at 4 p.m. on Saturday. Sign up in my Discord. There's a Golf Snacks Open channel. You just got to react to the image. It's super easy. More Jenga is on. Let's fucking raid her. Because she's playing Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is a game that I always wanted to get into and I never ever got into. So it's one of those Baldur's Gate-y kind of games where you just run around and see what happens. But I just got here. Well, you're in luck because we'll be back. I'll be back in about an hour, my guy. We baked cookies. We made soup. See you guys in about an hour.